how to pay off your debt with low income in 30 days, even if you think you're broke, and how I use these methods to pay off one of my credit cards in one click. Coming up next in this video. So you're trying to pay off some debt, whether it's credit cards, student loans, whatever it is, definitely credit cards. You're tired of working for the man just to simply get by. I completely understand. This is the whole reason why I started my business, Emancipation Occupation, because I'm trying to help people get free from their debts and their jobs. So I'm going to give you 5 simple steps to help you get debt free fast. But before I do that, I gotta tell you something. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Click the bell button so that whenever I release new content, new tips and tricks, whether it comes to making money online, whether it comes to affiliate marketing, tips of getting out of debt like this one, anything credit related, you'll instantly get notified that I release something new. And I want you to get that. And now let's begin. The first thing, be honest with your finances. Some of these steps are going to be very simple, and you're probably going to tell me that you've heard of these things before, but the fact is we sometimes need to just go straight to the basics. You need to be honest about your finances. If you're spending way more than what you're bringing in, you're always going to be in debt. You're always going to be swiping cards and everything, building up those credit balances. You're just going to have an issue all the time playing catch up because you're not being honest with your finances. If you're behind on payments, don't swipe a credit card saying I'm going to pay it in 2 to 3 weeks. Don't use it. In order to do this, what I do is I create a spreadsheet, and this spreadsheet has a list of all my monies coming in versus what's going out every single month. It's a pain putting all this stuff together, but I literally had to sit down and figure out where my money was coming in from, because it seemed like after I got my paycheck at one point that within like a week or two, 3/4 of it is gone and I wouldn't know where it's at. So you definitely want to be careful of things that has automatic payments. If you have any online subscriptions that you pay for on a monthly basis. You also want to be careful about going out to eat a lot. Bring your food to work if you have a job and you're going out every day buying lunch, buying snacks. That stuff adds up. I mean, I'm talking $100 to $150 per week. That's a lot of money. So know where your finances is going. That's the first step. Step 2, after you know all of this stuff, after you've configured it in a spreadsheet, after you sat down with your spouse and your husband or your wife, and you actually had a real talk about finances, a real conversation, I need you to stop spending money. Stop spending money. It's easy as that. Seriously, guys. You're not going to have issues if you're not spending a whole bunch of money. Once you put a stop to those things, once you stop the bleeding, you're now able to tackle the balances, the high balances that you have on these credit cards and these loans, and things will get a whole lot more easier. You may be saying, well, Antonio, I'm not bringing in enough money to pay my bills. We're getting to that point. Remember, we got 5 steps here. I'm on step number 2 right now. I'm on step number 2. Step 3, create goals. Again, this sounds corny, but it is so real. I'm pretty sure you've heard the analogy before, but if you have a bow and arrow and you don't have a target to shoot at, you're never going to hit the bullseye. You have to have a target to shoot at, because without goals, you're going to be spending stuff. You're going to be spending money on stuff that you don't need to spend money on. You're going to be paying towards things that you don't need to be paying towards, and you're never going to accomplish something. Create the goals so that you can begin paying things off. Then once you see the benefit of what you're doing, once you begin to see the progress that you're making, you're going to get excited. Then you want to continue to do this process because you're accomplishing the goals. If you have a checklist and there's 5 things you need to get done in a day, once you check off number 3, you realize that you're at list item number 4 or 5. That's going to make you excited because you know that you've accomplished something. You know that you're almost done checking off the list. The same thing here. Go through, create goals, create a list of things that you want to pay off, the timelines, and be realistic about these goals. Don't say you want to pay off $3,000 in 20 days or something. Remember, we're trying to do this in 30 days. I'm trying to give you a guideline, a game plan of how to do that. But if you have an extensive balance of like $12,000, It's going to take more than 30 days unless you're closing real estate deals, which I do. That's not realistic. Create a $12,000 plan. Take a whole year, 12 months, break it down to how much you're trying to pay off, and stick with those goals. Step number 4. Dave Ramsey is so known for this thing. It's called the debt snowball. So what you're doing is you're taking the smallest balance and you're paying that off first. Then you take the amount that you was paying on that small balance and you roll it into the amount. So essentially what you're doing is you're taking all the money, and each time you pay off a loan, you're taking the money from that and applying it to the next highest loan, and you're compounding on each payment. Thus, your snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger for payments. I understand some of your credit cards might be high, with the APR interest rate being at 29%. Some may be at 15, some may be at 10. But you definitely want to start knocking out those smaller debts first. Just get them knocked out. Bring them to zero. Don't touch them after you knock them out to zero. Do not touch them. Not even for emergencies. Don't touch them. There's been times where I cut up my credit cards so that I don't use them no more. That's how serious I am about this thing. You have to be serious about getting out of debt. Then pay them jokers off. And my last step, generate some side income. I'm not talking about a side chick. I'm talking about some side income. Side income is probably one of the most frustrating things when it comes to life. Everybody's trying to do it. You're battling against time. You may have 2 or 3 or 5 kids. You may say, Antonio, I don't have any time to have a side income. There's a lot of solutions to this, but you need to begin to develop or generate a side income so that you can begin to pay things off faster. This is what I'm a master at. This is what my expertise is in. I've always been good at marketing as far as generating traffic for something. But being that you may have low income, you may be broke, you may be financially strapped and you really can't afford to do anything extra. You don't have any extra time. Look, there's a couple of things you can do. Number 1, post some things up on Facebook Marketplace. Begin to sell some stuff. There's some furniture that you've probably had since college. You need to let that mug go. That's a quick $50 to $100 right there. Go straight towards a credit card or a payment. That could be 2 months worth of payments right there so that you can get ahead of your payments. Some of you have never even experienced paying extra payments within the same month on a loan or a credit card. It feels great to knock that out. You can have a garage sale on a weekend morning. All of you guys know that these old people get up at like the crack of dawn, 6 a.m. and they start stalking driveways, driving all slow in front of your driveway to see if you got some furniture for sale for a garage sale on a Saturday morning. These people are looking to purchase some of your stuff. You got old lamps, you got old computers, cookbooks, whatever the case may be. Sell whatever you can to get that extra dollar. Get rid of that treadmill that you haven't stepped on in 5 years. Of course, you can do some other services like Ubering on a Saturday morning. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to Uber on a Saturday morning. Some of you guys go to work. What I used to do when I Ubered was there would be times where I would just want some extra cash, or maybe I want to take my wife out. I would Uber, and on my way to a job, I would set my Uber application to pick up somebody on the way to my destination. And then after I drop them off and do whatever I have to do at that particular job, I would do the same thing back with my Uber application. So now I've caught a ride there and I've caught a ride back. That's an extra 20 to 50 bucks just like that. That wasn't even accounted for. Do the same thing when it comes to paying off your debts. Don't sit here and tell me you don't have the time, money, or effort to do this, because you just have to get a little bit innovative with what you already have in order to do this. And the last thing when it comes to generating a side income, which is my favorite thing, this is my biggest thing, is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is when you're able to promote somebody else's services or products, have a customer or somebody else pay for it, and then you get a kickback or you get a portion of those proceeds given to you for bringing in the customer. There's a video that I made where I took 2 hours out of my week. I created a video on YouTube, and that video generated me 600 bucks within a short period of time. There's another video that I created that took me approximately 2 hours, and within that first week, it generated me $460. Guys, technology allows you to make money online. I'm a huge advocate of this, especially when you're talking about getting out of debt fast. Within 30 days time, I had produced over $1,000 of commissions. what can you do with $1,000+ with a credit card or a student loan? It changes the game completely. I actually have a video on that, so I'm gonna leave that either below or probably above, something like that, so that you can see the video of me actually paying off this credit card of mine. The money got sent straight to my PayPal. I had $724, I think. This particular commission check was sent straight to my PayPal. I was able to withdraw that within the same day and still and then I went over to my American Express and I hit the pay button and just knocked it out. One of the best feelings in the world. I'm telling you guys, you can experience the same thing. All this within 30 days, guys. 30 days. If you want more information on that, you can go ahead and look below in the description. I provide a free video course on how to make money with affiliate marketing. It's free. You don't have to pay for nothing once you sign up with this free training that I provided for you guys. Just throw your email in there so that I know where to send my video course. You will also sporadically get other tips and tricks via email when it comes to making money online from me as well. And if you don't like what I send, you can unsubscribe for me. But I want you to succeed in this. I want you to pay off debts. Hit me up once you've paid debts off. Show me how excited you'd be, because you guys can do this. So that's it for now. Those were my 5 tips. Hopefully you enjoyed them. Now go out, take action. Don't be like the rest of 99% of the world who just takes in information and doesn't do nothing about it. And then make some money online. Create yourself a new life, you and your family. We'll talk to y'all later.